it's me again. I don't know if you watched my last video, but if you didn't, you should definitely go and check that out. It's just me answering 20 questions about myself that I googled. And this time, on this video, it's going to be story time with Dana. As you probably don't know yet, I was an extremely awkward, and still am extremely awkward person. And I come from a very smart, school family, and I don't really fit in with them that much. They were all straight A's, joining clubs, and I'm kind of like, no, school's boring, I want to hang out with my friends. So it was no surprise to me, or to any of my family, when I had to go to summer school in the summer going into my 11th grade year. It was ridiculously early. I had to get up at 6 just because class started at 8, and my aunt always told me that since it was my own fault, she's not going to drive me and I had to walk there. And it was about a 25-minute walk from my house. I'm not athletic, so believe me, it killed me for those few weeks. And usually over the summer, I don't go to bed until 8 in the morning, and then wake up, I would say, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So it was horrible trying to switch that, having to go to bed at 3 in the morning and wake up at 6, only to get ready, take a shower, and walk all the way to school for 4 hours with my books. Now don't get me wrong, I did that almost every single day, except for one day when I woke up completely exhausted, thinking, it won't matter if I miss one day. But it did. To my aunt it mattered anyway, and I knew it would, which is why I didn't tell her. I woke up, I would say 7:30, because I planned this out the night before. I was like, I'm too exhausted, I'm not going to be able to do it. It won't matter if I miss one day, so I'll just wake up right before I have to go, get kind of ready, grab my books, and hide somewhere. So that's what I did. I woke up, put on a shirt, pants, shoes, didn't bother with my makeup or anything, or really hair, just kind of pulled it back. And then I took my bag, my books, I went outside, and hid. Now, let me describe to you my backyard. It's like a huge hill just going straight down, and then there's a porch there, and then it would go straight down also. So there was a huge space underneath my porch, and me, being completely oblivious to the world, decided to hide underneath my porch. Now, any normal person would probably think that wasn't the smartest idea, because I could just, go around in the back and see me sitting there with all my books and my phone for music and my writing and my iPad, just so I could keep myself busy for 4 hours before I went back and was like, oh, school was great today, I'm gonna go take a nap, like I normally did. What I didn't count on, though, was them calling my aunt to tell her that I wasn't there and ask where I was. I heard my aunt leave, and she was driving around looking for me, figuring I was just walking, wasting time, and if she caught me, then I would be in a lot of trouble. Now, believe me, I was in a lot of trouble anyway. And when she came home, because she couldn't find me, then she just started looking around the house, calling out my name, and I knew right there I was screwed. Now, most of your families, I would assume, wouldn't really care that much if you missed one day of summer school, but my family, like I said before, is very into education and being smart, and that just wasn't me, so that made them kind of unhappy. And maybe you would have at this point walked out, apologized, said you never do it again, and hope everything went well. But I knew, no matter what, I was going to be in trouble. Maybe it would have been easier if I just told my aunt that morning that I couldn't go. She probably would have still been mad, maybe even driven me to make me go, but that probably would have been a little bit easier than lying and hiding underneath a porch. So she goes around back and she sees me sitting there with all of my stuff, and I was kind of frozen, thinking that if I didn't move, maybe she wouldn't see me. Yeah, I actually thought that. Now believe me, these next 5 seconds were extremely awkward. It kind of went something a little bit like this. After that awkward seconds of her just sitting there staring at me, then all hell broke loose. And I mean, she was angry. One thing she hates is sneaking, which I was stupid enough to think I would be able to do without even coming up with any excuses or anything. And believe me when I said I was terrified and never, ever did anything like that again. I went to those other days of school and tried so hard to make it up to her so she wouldn't be so angry again. But yes, that is my awkward story of skipping out in summer school to hide underneath a porch without thinking that my aunt would get a call and search for me. So if you have any weird stories like that, comment below because I would love to hear them, and tell all of your friends and family about my channel, and like this video to hear more awkward stories about myself, because believe me, that is not as far from the last, and probably won't be the last either. And please subscribe to my channel to make me a cooler kid.